Shalom, people. It's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live and direct, giving it to you real, raw, and uncut, better than any other can. Yo, we gonna get straight into this. First and foremost, let's give President Biden a round of applause. Come on, guys. Now I know you guys is wondering what we giving him a round of applause for, but let me say, shout out to President Biden for bamboozling the people. Once again, round of applause. I hope you people got what you was asking for, you know? I guess Trump ain't that bad after all, huh? Round of applause again. Come on, guys, round of applause. So if you haven't heard, today, September 9th, the 9-9, you know, when you flip it upside down, 6-6, we're not going to get into that. That's that G mantra talk. But anyway, so today at 9-9, your president has executive order that all federal workers and anybody that works with the federal agencies that's in partnership or nonprofit that's being funded by the government has been required to take the fufu. Right now, we're not even going to call it a fufu. Let's just call it what it is. Has been required to take the vaccines. Ha, ha, ha. Here we go, guys. Here we go. And let me tell you how crazy these individuals are. I tell you guys, this is chess, not checkers. You must understand that the objective is to play with your mind. If I control your mind, I control your body. So while we was out partying and having a good time, you know, they set an infrastructure to get everybody acclimated to the fufu, to the fugazi, to the nonsense, to the lies, to the corruption, to the tyranny, to the takeover, to the introduction of the New World Order. Yes, that's just what it is, guys. It's the New World Order. Everything must be going. Everything has to go digital. Everything and everyone has to be on the grid. This 5G was presented to the people as the introduction to warp speed, to complete control. All of this is about control and depopulation. But that's neither here nor there. I digress. So the mandates has been placed upon the people, and I want to show you how the puzzles is literally put into place. So this is what these guys was doing. They first created the vacation, okay? It was chaotic. They took down the basketball courts. Nobody could go outside. Everybody had to be a curfew. Only, essential workers could work. You know, the brothers that's working in the medical field or those that's working with children and, you know, any type of jobs that's required for you to clean, etc., right? So then that took place, okay? Then from that, this journey is crazy. So then from that, then they started giving out free money. It was called the relief package. All of this was just to keep you at a sit still. Relief package. Yeah, these guys is relaxed. Meanwhile, while you relax, they was giving you the horror films, the horror movies to see that was on TV. First, it started off with the vaccines. It started off with the COVID, which was before COVID. It was called coronavirus. So from coronavirus, it transferred into COVID-19. From COVID-19 and all of this mass scares, people was being afraid. People, every time you turn on the news, somebody's dying. Then came to keep yourself protected, you need a mask, you need social distance, you need to wash your hands, you need to just be super clean. Cool, granted, understandable. We had that. Then from there, they did what? Like I said, with the free money. And then from there, they did what? Like I said, with the free money. I'm saying it twice so you guys could just get the direction where I'm going with it. So while you getting free money, we was getting more money than our jobs was ever paying us. Colored people had the opportunity to live like rich European, Caucasians, Edomites, whatever you want to call them. We had the opportunity to live and have a chance to feel how it feels to be free and enjoy life, right? So then fine, vacation time comes. Then like I said, with the horror films, you know, you see every minute you seeing this is taking place in the hospital, this is on the news, boom, 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 this person is dying, that person is dying, that person is dying. But to turn it up a little bit, just to get the colored people a little more on the edge, what they show you people like George Floyd being killed, Tamir Rice, all of these individuals is just being killed left to right, boom, 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 boom. So now we fear and we angry, but yet it's still under control. Pay attention to the madness, it's still under control. You know why? Because nobody wants to jeopardize the free money. So everybody's getting the stimulus now. Unemployment stimulus. They call it the relief package. Started off, dudes was getting an extra $600. So if you was making $300, you was getting an extra $600. That was $900. That's weekly. Times that by 4. Some of us was making damn near $900 a week. 900 times 4. You do the math. That's how much we was making. Facts. Like I said, more money than people have ever seen in their 20 years working. Never made that type of money in a month span. Never. But anyway, so now all of this is taking place. And now here we come, the end of summer. You know, winter's around the corner. School's about to open. So, and guess what? Unemployment is about to run out. So now that unemployment is running out, people still haven't found jobs. So now over 7 million people are now left with no sort of income coming into their house. Nobody. Anybody that was on unemployment is officially over. Now you got that with this supposed high Delta variant, where now jobs is requiring, they're literally forcing people to take these shots in order to work. So how they do it here in New York, it started off with, we're gonna enforce this, and if guys don't take it, then you gotta take weekly tests, and then from the weekly tests, you gotta then go and do what? You gotta then go what? I'll wait for y'all to think about it. After the weekly test, then you gotta come in and work. And now, it went from weekly to now it's being mandatory. So here we are dealing with the mandatory nonsense. But first, the first people that they had to attack and come after is the doctors and the nurses. The ones that literally put their life on the line every day, working 3 days, no days off, literally trying to combat the so-called enlargement of patients taking place in these hospitals. They doing their job. Granted, So the first people they came after was those individuals. What they call it, the first responders. Yeah. It went from you are our heroes to you are a zero if you don't take this situation. I can't make this stuff up, right? Then after that, what did they do? They went after the teachers now. So here in New York, anybody that's working in the board of education, no matter what position, you have to get situated. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. You have to get situated. Everybody from the janitor all the way to the lunch lady. You gotta get situated. Cool, granted. Here we go. So now today, on September 9th, an executive order was made that all federal workers, that includes police officers, that includes TSA, that includes UPS, Postal Service, any federal job and any federal agencies or agencies that's in business with these federal jobs must take the full mandatory. So you can be working with ACS, gotta take it. You could be in a nonprofit. I work for 2 nonprofits. I'm waiting to see where they going with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting to see where they go with this. But like I said, it's all about preparation. This was ordained. All of this is literally a puzzle. This is chess that's being played, not checkers. This is chess that's being played, not checkers, y'all. Listen, for all these podcasts that I've done laid out for y'all, everything that I've been telling y'all is with this particular moment, man. Now here it comes. Winter time is gonna come. People is vaxxed. The whole summer they were saying, well, those that's vaccinated, we no longer need masks and stuff like that. And the mask is really, it's really not gonna do nothing. If you choose to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So now everybody is walking with no masks. But now look what's going on. People is really getting sick now. Because before, people that was getting sick, you could die from a heart attack. It was COVID. It was listed as COVID. So when you have an agenda, everything gotta go according to what you want. So people that was getting sick, people died from diabetes, the cancer, everything was COVID. When you looked at the death papers, the death certificate, everything cause of death, COVID. So now here we are. Come winter time, people is walking with no masks. The people that's really getting sick now is the individuals that took the shot. Let's keep it 100. Let me ask you guys a question. This is the $1 million question. Where was the Delta variant before the vaccine? Where was the Mushu before the vaccine? Before the vaccine, it was just COVID, right? And before COVID, it was the coronavirus, right? You gotta make it make sense. You guys really gotta make it make sense, man. I'm trying to help you guys understand the Fugazi. I've been telling brothers and sisters year in and year out, all of these things is made up. Granted, is there actually some type of virus that's out here? Absolutely. But the only ones that's being affected behind it is those that, for one, is, bad nutritious, not eating right, not taking care of themselves, overweight, obese, not clean, all of these things plays a major part. All this radiation, dudes is around Bluetooth, 5G phone, computers, the internet, Wi-Fi, all of these things, man. Dudes is in these buildings got these 5G towers literally on top of the building. Some of these people is on the top floor where that radiation is literally right above them. Like, all of this is playing a part, man. This is literally human genocide. And you know what's the funny thing is? When it comes to things like abortion, my body, my choice. But why does that not apply when it comes to these vaccines? I thought it was my body, my choice. Why I gotta fight with you to show you that, listen, man, leave me alone? Why must I have to take legal actions for me to be left alone? Why? Why must I take that? You know why? You got to understand, it's never about the people. It was never about us. It's all about control. It's been about control. You had Bill Gates doing a TED presentation where he says there's too much people on this earth. And with vaccines and stuff, we could drop that down to 15, 20%. It's a fact. It's not me saying this. Why the White House, the CDC, the Pfizer administration, the Moderna, the all these companies that's making these vaccines, why they're not held liable to take the vaccine either? Why aren't they allowed? Why aren't they mandated to take the nonsense as well? Why? Because it's, like I said, it's all about cattle. We got to get rid of the cattle. And I could get biblical and tell you the real reason, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll save that for another day. If you ain't listening to the YouTube on Saturdays for Sabbath talk, you don't know what you're missing, man. I talk that talk. I talk that spiritual talk. On Tuesdays, I just get ignorant with it. You know what I'm saying? I keep it G'd up from the feet up. Never touch a weed, bro. That's a fact. Come on, man. Now we got school opening up. All these children are going to be exposed to these vaccinated individuals who's literally walking around carrying these diseases. These children immune system is not as strong as the parents, and because 9 out of 10 times these children is not eating healthy as they should. They eating bowls of cereal, eating Pop-Tarts, eating all of this fugazi nonsense, taking the dairy, drinking milk. 2%. They don't know about none of these things. Some of these parents just don't know. They just going by what they, how they was raised. So now you get these children that's exposed, that's going to catch these sickness, that's going to be around other children. They going to end up being sick. And guess what? These children is coming home to who? They coming home to the safe house, to the quarantine, to the cleans. And then now we got to work extra hard. And then guess what's going to happen? They're gonna say, "Oh, children." I just seen something on my Apple News that said 250,000 children has been diagnosed with COVID. So guess what? Guess what the plan is now, guys? Let's go after the children. They're already trying to go after the 12 to 16-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Or was it 12 to 18 or 16 and 16 and up? I don't know, but. I just got news that they trying to make a virus to go as far as back as a 5-year-old. Children 5 and up gotta take it. And here in New York, there's no longer religious exempts for children. All children must be vaccinated in order to attend public schools here in New York. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And when I heard this, I told everybody, anybody that knows me, I said, watch what they're about to do. They're about to make something so drastic that it's going to only affect the children. And then when it affects the children, and people is going to start taking their children out of school, they're going to end up putting a law that states that in order for your child, in order for you to be homeschooled, you have to be certified. So now you will have to spend money, go to school, learn the basic instructions of being a teacher, whether you got to get a certificate, whether you got to do, you got to take classes, whether you got to do something. They're going to create something, I promise you. I've been studying these dudes since 2007. I know everything about these individuals. I know everything about these individuals. These individuals can't fool you. Once you know the game, bro, you just gotta literally know that they playing chess. You gotta play chess. If they 5 steps ahead, you gotta start thinking 10 steps ahead. Because this is what they do. All of this is about takeover, people. America is the only country where rules are in place to protect the people. China doesn't have none of that. China says you gotta turn off your lights by 8 o'clock. Everybody's turning off their lights by 8 o'clock. You got certain places in other countries where none of that. You have no say. The government say what it is what it is. That's it. You combat it, so you can get shot, killed, tortured, murdered, whatever. This is a fact. America is the last remaining country where The citizens could have the same amount of artillery that the army has. America is the only country where civilians could tell the government to their face, we're not doing this, kiss my ass. Let's do all of that. We the last remaining country. So what they gotta do is they gotta destroy it from the inside. They gotta destroy it from the inside. I told brothers and sisters, 9/11 is not what you guys think it is. 9/11 was the beginning of the end of the fall of the so-called free world. It's exactly because after 9/11, what you think took place? The Patriot Act. The Patriot Act is a bill that overrides the Constitution, that overrides anything that was designed back in the days by these so-called forefathers to protect their people. But what they did is they had to gradually do their nonsense. That's why after 9/11, you had Hurricane Katrina and having people on these FEMA cards and all of this, and they have to sell you the fear. They have to sell it to you so you can comply and be in complete submission. This is all it is. It's complete submission. So I know now, brothers and sisters, like, well, so then what's the alternative? If it's like that, then what do we do? Okay. The first thing you do is you turn off the TV. You turn off the TV. Your reality is what you see in front of you, not what somebody's giving you. Always remember that. Your reality is what you see in front of you and not what somebody is giving you. Okay? That's for one. For two, after you turn off the TV, brothers and sisters need to start coming together. If we don't come together and we don't apply and do the necessary things together, we are going to lose. That is a fact. That's not no ifs, that's not no buts, that's no maybes. We are going to lose. Christ said a nation that's divided can't stand. Malcolm said if we're divided, how can we stand against the outlaws? How can we stand against the oppressors? If we're divided in every shape or form. And to add this foolish virus that brothers and sisters has been absorbed to believe that is here to the point where I don't even want to stand next to you. If I stand too close to you, subconsciously I'm gonna have fear that you might get me sick. Mind you, brothers and sisters that grew up with each other will have a full conversation with masks on. Mind you, guys grew up with each other and would stand and be like, yo, nah, I'm just trying to protect yourself. You trying to protect yourself from who? From me? You see, you get the drift? Come on, you gotta make it make sense, man. You gotta make it make sense. You gotta kill that notation. And you gotta understand that this virus is beatable. You take care of yourself. Some people supposedly caught it and was sicker than others. Me personally, I'm telling you this. That sickness is a mind thing. If you fall for the gaze, as soon as your throat start hurting and you're like, oh my gosh, I think I got it. And then your body's gonna operate on how you feel. That's the second thing. The third thing is, brothers and sisters, we gotta put our money where our mouth is. We all gotta chip in, put bread together, and literally start. I don't know. Maybe we gotta start building our own. Have our own stores, have our own buildings where we can have school for these children, and get paid and pay these, licensed college grad who got the qualifications of being a teacher. Put them in these offices, because not every teacher is gonna comply. I promise you, not every teacher is going to comply. Not only every teacher is going to comply, not every police officer is going to comply, not every nurse, not every doctor. These individuals is not going to comply. So guess what? They're going to be looking for work. But if we provide some type of location some type of platform for these brothers and sisters to display their work and help the people, then that'd be better. We need private doctors, that's willing to do home visits, that's willing to, yes, follow the procedures, mask on, gloves, etc., but willing to go to people's homes and attend to these individuals. Because there's a lot of places and hospitals now, in order for you to be checked before you even, before surgery is even done upon you, you got to make sure you don't got that joint. This is a fact. This is the segregation that's taking place right now. But the question that I ask, and yeah, I'm giving brothers and sisters solutions, and there's many more, but these right there is like the core principles that needs to be addressed like immediately. But the question that I ask is, if you got a so-called vaccine that's so good and it's perfect and it's healthy and it works and it's proven, then you don't have to enforce anything. You don't have to mandate anything. You should just let the vaccine work for itself. I shouldn't have to go on my Instagram and see brothers and sisters shaking, catching blood clots, dying. Matter of fact, getting the vaccine and still contracting COVID when the vaccine was to prevent you from attracting it. But yeah, people are still attracting it. Meanwhile, everybody that I know that hasn't taken it has yet to receive it and been exposed to everybody. So the million-dollar question is, if it's really that good, why must you go so hard in order for people to take it? The question that I ask is, what is inside that? What is inside this vaccine that you're fiending for us to take? Mainly the blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, because all you see on the news is, the colored people are the lowest rate. They're the high cases, but they're the lowest rate of them taking it. So why must you go this hard? If it's so good, then people would gradually see the worst of it. I took it. I haven't been sick. I haven't been sick in months. I don't know, X, Y, and Z. Compared to, I took it, and then as soon as I took it, I got super sick. It was crazy. I was sweating. I had a fever. So you took the COVID vaccine to then catch COVID. So then why am I taking the vaccine again? No, my bad. Excuse me. We're going to blame the non-vax. And the people that's vaxxed are literally walking around looking like it's because of us that the Delta variant is here. Like, bro, before the vax was instituted to the people, there was no Delta variant. So the question that you got to ask yourself is it really us or is it just you? Because if anybody knows science, we know that the vaccine always have a small doses of the virus in it in order for your body to fight it off and protect for when that virus comes back again. But yet your body, so then if I take a shot and it's to protect me from the virus, but then my body still is able to attract the virus and still get sick, then the question is, what is really inside this vaccine? Because obviously it's not working. When you read the name, I won't say Pfizer vaccine, they tell you that, but it's called the Pfizer, it's a COVID-19 Pfizer / biotech vaccine. Anybody knows the word bio only goes in line with digital, computers, cyborgs. So now that we here now, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a major uprise. It's literally gonna cause chaos. It's literally gonna cause martial law. It's really gonna cause a lockdown of the country, whether it's by force, whether it's by nature, from people really getting sick, or is it gonna be by people really not complying to the nonsense? Military workers is not complying. Not everybody is complying. Now, granted, you're gonna have the people that's afraid And you're entitled to be afraid. I would listen, if I didn't know this was God's work, I'd probably be afraid too. If I didn't know that this was biblically based, I probably would have took it too. Nah, I wouldn't. I never liked these. Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you. Once I found out that these individuals killed my pops, these dudes been public enemy in my eyes from that day on. You understand? So I don't even give a damn how they feel. I don't care. I'm a do the necessary things to protect myself. You understand? Protect mine, protect my family, protect my children. I'm gonna do the necessary deeds for them. But as far as trying to uphold and stand for this place, no. I mean, I speak to the people because I want the people to wake up and prepare themselves and literally diffuse the fear that they placed upon the people. You gotta know what's going on. If you don't know, listen, to know where you're going, you need to know where you come from. If you don't know what's going on and you just driving, you're gonna drive off this cliff. And by the time you realize you falling off the cliff, it's already too late. These are the things that I'm trying to install into my people. You understand? The repent or die is the change, or you're gonna die. You gotta change your mentality. You gotta change everything about you. Whether it's to change the way you eat, change the way that you act, change the way that you think, change the way that you move, change the things that you believe. You got to change all of that, or you're going to die. Listen, society has proven that this method that has been placed upon us is just not working. Everything about this infrastructure has been proven, and I'm talking mainly to the colored community, has proven that it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Now it's really time to try something different. Maybe we gotta stop trying to be gangsters and start being real men. Stop being gangsters and start being godly. Women need to stop being whores and be home wives. You gotta let what society is presenting to you go, because it's only getting worse. And guess what? The devil is attacking all you guys that was believing in him. Now you have a decision to make. Are you going to operate with them, or are you going to operate with the Most High? The decision is here. But just know, if you really if you believe in God and you know God is your if you know God or Christ is your Lord and Savior, then you know that there's rules and regulations that you got to oblige by. The Most High only helps the righteous. He can't stand a wicked man or no woman. The Most High can't stand a harlot. The Most High can't stand none of this nonsense. The Most High cannot stand for evil. So if you want to walk with the Most High, you really got to let go of certain things. You got to come back to the normalcy of righteousness, man. That's a fact. If not, you're gonna fall for the plagues. You're gonna take the vac, and you're going to die. Come this winter, winter is gonna be the beginning of the fugazi. You're gonna see it coming this winter. Then you're gonna see it make its way all the way to the spring. They're gonna give you summertime, because you know summertime is when we at our best. We strong, we sweating, we outside, we working out, we on point, we see things, we hear things, we just uppity. We ready for whatever. So they're gonna give you that recess time, and then they're gonna come back again with the foo-foo come that winter. Then before you know it, we're gonna be dealing with 6 different variants. Oh, and before I even get off, you got 6 different variants. But yeah, when you go take your test, the test doesn't even determine which variant you got. It's either positive or negative, and then they're gonna say, well, it's the Delta, and you guys fall for it. Now we got the Moo-Hoo, the Moo-Shoo, and then before you know, you're gonna have the Doo-Doo. And then in 2023, 2022, you're going to have the Cuckoo. And then you're going to have the 2024s, you're going to have the Shame on You. And 2025 is going to be Death Row. A lot of brothers and sisters are not going to live that long. You got to understand that. So when you see that and you hear that, you got an obligation, man. You got an obligation to do the necessary thing before it's over. So, I'm going to leave it as that, man. I'm gonna leave it as that. I try to just stay on for 30 minutes and just give you guys something to just think about. But I'm gonna leave it as that, man. It's really sad that we've gotten here. It's really sad that you guys have allowed these individuals. You have voted for these people, and like I told you, Biden, he's never for the people. He wasn't for you then. He's not gonna be for you now. So you just gotta understand that and like literally do the necessary things and preparing yourself for what's to come, because it's almost over. You understand? So it's like repent or die, man. It's your brother, man, from the motherland, bringing it to you live, raw, and direct, better than any other can. Get down or you lay down. It's June season.